Been a while since I listened to that song. I need to lower this. Oh, it's been a while since I listened to this song too. Okay. Hopefully this thing is going to load this time. If not, I don't know what to do. I don't understand how people do this so easily. Blue sex is just not good for me for some reason. God, it's so annoying when election day is close because I cannot stop seeing these stupid ads over and over and over again. I forgot to put on stupid. Okay, so I finished my cranberry juice. Now I have my stream drink for today is going to be hot chocolate. I'm trying to sit correctly, which is not working. Hi Poison, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. I'm doing okay. I'm dying. No! I was hoping you would feel better today. No. Is it COVID? Like what do you know what's going on? Oh god, you can't speak? Bro, that sucks. Feel way worse. It's common cold. Damn. I don't even know what to say besides like drink hot soup, drink a lot of water, sleep, pee out the bacteria, um, cough drops, salt water gargling, um, what else? I don't even know what else. What's the most Asian thing I can think of besides random herbal remedies that probably don't do anything? All I can say is just pee it out. Pee out the bacteria. Mika, me moved into this apartment like 3 years ago. I was looking for some soup. Oh god. Please tell me the soup wasn't from 3 years ago. Oh Jesus Christ. Bro, do you not clean your apartment? Do you not clean it? Like, what's going on? Why is there soup from 2 years ago? Oh, Beato. Oh, you know what? Drink the expired soup, and then you'll be able to pee and poop it out, you know? Pee out the bacteria. I clean it. It was just hidden behind everything. I didn't think the soup went bad. No, but it's like it's so funny because okay, so I have Zayne again on my page for some reason. It's fine. Okay. But I was just gonna say, um, have have this soup and then just pee and poop it out. Easy. Easy. I was also thinking about playing Sunhaven again. What is going on with this? Like, I don't even know what is going on with this. Oh, whatever. I'll just do it like that. Honkai Star Rail. Lingsha. I have not been playing Honkai Star Rail at all. I've just been doing like these daily tasks and well, not daily tasks. These trials and stuff so that I could get materials. Oh, you know what I also don't have the thing on. Hold on. This. Okay. I want to see. So this is my cake. So I haven't seen the fourth day for his birthday. This is my cake. I wanted to keep it like this. This was so cute. I love making the cake. It's so cute. I don't like that RM's Lonely song just came on. This is so rude. As soon as the morning of October 16th arrives, I head to Xavier's place and knock on his door. I thought he'd still be sleeping, but to my surprise, he's awake. The birthday is today. Today is October 16th. Have you been waiting long?
Not at all. I just put together some great books for you to choose from.
Xavier turns around, his gaze shifting to the stack of books on the desk. Meanwhile, my attention is drawn to the white hoodie he's wearing. I knew you'd wear this today. I pull out the casual suit that I prepared for him in one smooth motion. I push him towards his closet. Strip him.
Do I have to dress up like this for reading?
Strip him. Despite not understanding my intention, Xavier still cooperates. Then I hand over another item I prepared, which makes him more confused.
Can you actually read a book while wearing a sleep mask?
Bro, this dude, I can't tell if he's just playing or what. He's so cute. I love him. Lower this even more. I really like his outfit though. It's very European, I feel like. I led Xavier, still wearing a sleep mask, to Philo, I don't know. Philo dough. When he takes it off, he finds himself surrounded by a sea of flowers. The vibrant and diverse selection of blossoms alongside rabbit-shaped balloons fills the space around him. All these decorations were set up by Jeremiah and me yesterday. After Jeremiah offered his good wishes, he quickly found an excuse to leave. Now in the greenhouse that was once lively. It's just the two of us. Okay, so it just skipped the whole scene from the memory. The Xavier myth is actually inspired by Greek Philo. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think I saw that before. Like Philos is a word. I keep saying Philo, but it's Philo.
You haven't been around much lately. Is this what you've been doing?
Yeah, after all, you can read books any other day, but birthdays only happen once a year. However, as I prepare to get the cake from the cart, Xavier stops me.
Shouldn't you say something before we eat the cake? ...
I only planned for Philo to be the first stop, so emotional words were supposed to be saved for later. Time to cry! However, his sudden straightforwardness catches me off guard, leaving me flustered and unsure how to respond. Even after a few seconds pass in silence, he still waits for my response. I feel the weight of his gaze when we make eye contact. This is me when my sister... I'm not watching this spoilers. This was me when my sister got married. She's like, do you want to do the, are you gonna do the words of wisdom? Like the words, that you say after the wedding and during like the dinner time party. I was just like, no, I'm going to sob, so I'm good. I didn't think I was going to cry during the wedding. I was her maid of honor, So I didn't know I was gonna cry during the wedding because I was like, oh, it's fine. I'm not gonna cry. It's not that emotional. It's not like I'm never gonna see her again. I cried. I sobbed. I don't know why. I was just like, I don't know. I think it was like happy tears or something, but like, it was so funny. Yeah. I just did not understand. I think it always goes like this. Really? Is it like happy tears? I didn't even know. I was just crying. I didn't even realize what was happening. Like, I was supposed to give her the bouquet and stuff, but she didn't even remember. And then afterwards, she was yelling at me. I was like, I don't know what to do. No one really gave me training for this job. Oh, God. You said before that October 16th isn't anything special, because even if you forget it this year, there's always next year. Not the training. I need free training for this job, okay? If I'm not getting paid, I still need training. I understand that celebrating a birthday might just be another number going up by 1 to you. And some experiences, whether long or short, are just ordinary parts in the span of our lengthy lives. But in my eyes, the Xavier that I see on October 16th this year is who he is right now. The one I'll see next year will be his future self. See, they don't do this. They don't do this with any other boys' birthdays. They only mention the future and stuff with his, and it's really suspicious. I can't with them. No matter which Xavier he is, I want to cherish every moment with him, as he holds a special place in my heart. Under Xavier's affectionate gaze, I gently lift the cake from the cart and hold it up. Happy birthday, Xavier. I love my cake. Blow out the candles, sing the birthday song. I think I think for this I actually have to sing. I don't know. What do I do? Blow out the candles or sing the birthday song? I think for this one you actually have to sing. I don't think I have. Do I have mic on this? I don't even know. Sing? No! Oh my god. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. I'm not even gonna sing that well. I'm thinking. You know what? I'm just gonna. Yeah. See. Oh fuck. Don't ask again. Oh wait. Why can I? Oh. You know. Wait. Fuck. Fuck. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Xavier. Happy birthday to you. I could not finish. I could not finish. Help. It's not gonna play it back.
I enjoyed
Thank
that.
you.
Will you sing happy birthday for me next year?
See, I'm screaming. I tried to not sound as groggy as I do right now. Oh my god, Flair, hi! How you doing? Blow out the candles. Aren't you gonna close your eyes?
I don't know what I'll wish for, but looking at you might give me some inspiration.
Bro, I love him. I love him. ... Blow out the damn candles.
Okay. I know what to do now.
Are you gonna wish to be with me forever?
I have a serious expression on my face. When anything involves you, I'll always be serious about it.
Also, that was not my actual singing voice. My singing voice is very different. I'm not saying I sound better when I sing. I'm just saying it sounds different. I just try to not sound groggy as I do now. Wishings and blessings rose with the smoke, drifting into the distance. Seizing the moment, I scooped up a spoonful of cake and hold it out to him. I thought you were gonna smear it on his face. Check messages. On what, Discord? On what? What? Or on Insta. Oh no, now you did. Fuck you! I see the thumbnail, you dickhead. I saw the thumbnail. I didn't even look into it. I see myself. You dingus. I'm not watching that. I'm not. Fuck you. I should not have done that.
I can see that. I'm ready.
Oh god, I hate you. I can't believe you recorded me singing happy birthday to Xavier. Fuck. Oh, you know what? I should have just done like I should have done what's it called? Like a character change. Let's see. What can I do for a character change? What about this? I could do this. I could do this. I could have done this. Even though it's not that noticeable, but I think it's fine. Okay. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. Sensing Xavier's eagerness, a mischievous impulse washes over me. Smear it on his face, please. Actually, I've changed my mind. Let me try it first. I also did not expect him to lean forward. That scared the absolute crap out of me. I pulled back my hand and pretend I'm going to eat the cake. Suddenly, Xavier leans in and devours the spoonful.
It's delicious.
He's so cute. Of course, as I said, this is the best part. I put a lot of thought into making it. My hands are sore from eating this cake, eating this cake. I'm just here. Yeah, I'm just here for the cake.
Let me do it for you from now on.
We can talk about that later.
But it's my birthday today. Shouldn't you be listening to me?
Bro, really? You're pulling that card? Xavier, when did you learn to boss people around?
Just now.
That's surprisingly upfront of you. I really like the cake, though. Alright. What else do you want to do? I'll try and see if I can make it happen. I don't like that giggle. That giggle.
I'd like to have another bite of the cake to see if it's the best part.
That is so... That is so... The cake? It was made for you anyway. It's all yours. Like a rich man. Do you just... Oh my god. Before I can finish, Xavier takes the cake with one hand and places the other on my waist. The distance between us disappears instantly.
Is this birthday cake the only thing that's mine?
Stop! Dude knows what he's doing. My dude knows what he's doing. Oh my gosh. I've yet to open my mouth to respond as Xavier's smile disappears. His gaze takes on a touch of seriousness.
As you said, some experiences, whether long or short, are just ordinary parts in the span of my lengthy life.
Why do you say this? Why? Why do you say this? This hurts me, Xavier. This hurts me.
But that isn't completely true. For me, those experiences have two categories. My time with you and my time without you.
Get you a man like this. Mr. Poison, if Nicola does not treat you like this, you're coming with me. If Nicola does not treat you like this, you're coming with me. I swear to God, I'll make you. I'll make it better for you. I'll be the best boyfriend you could ever have. Bro, I learned so much from these Otome games. It's crazy. I feel like if I were a boy, I would be the best boyfriend ever. I would not say the handsomest, but I would be the best boyfriend ever. I would treat you like a queen. Bet. A gentle breeze enters and fills the room with sweet, intoxicating scent of flowers.
My time with you will always be memorable.
Like, he sounds like he's dying. Girl, your Riz is 10 out of 10.
So memorable that
I
nothing
learn
compares
from the best. You know, some people already made his accessories. Wait, was that it? Well, I guess they did like kind of like I guess they did like dive in deeper with the memory, so. Journey through old times. We got the cake. What else can I get from this? I still have that. I still have these. Why is the internet so slow? Wait till change in 1 minute. I don't understand. I don't know why, but it kind of bothers me that these are only 3-star. I feel like they should be more. I'm gonna just increase this. And I literally have nothing else, so I'm just gonna use this. I need more gold anyway because your girl uses way too much gold. This. Watching you on 160 picture quality. I hope it's not my fault because this I don't know how this is with Love and Deepspace. Can I increase this? Like, why is this so... Oh, it is going to fuck up. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. I was wondering, like, why it's... Can I... You can. It's fine. Shinu! Hi, Shinu! Oh god, you dingus. Okay, let me see. So I can put this on his desk now, right? I love this. This is so cute. It suits him. Do I have... Oh, I have his there. Do I have Raphael's there? Yes, I do. And then his is soon to be. Unfortunately, not right now. Why do I feel like there was supposed to be something here? Or am I just going crazy? Okay. And then I want to see the new... I want to see the new storylines. Imbalance. Done and susted. 2 months later. This was after meeting Sylus for the first time, I believe. Okay. In a dimly lit room, silhouettes lurk in the shadows. Are we reading the lore? Yes. Holographic screens. Main story time, yep. Holographic screens flicker with images of protocores being sold. Each flash is accompanied by a symbol marking their status. In the corner is a man whose pockets are heavy with poker chips. He takes out his phone and inputs an encrypted code with ease. The dark web interface on the screen sputters. When then pops up a series of windows even more mysterious. Xavier. Oh, what the hell? Aether core clue. Okay, never mind. Connecting, please don't exit. Anyone know about what happened to the no hunt zone last night? Heard the core of the protofield got wrecked at N109 zone. Okay. Rumors say over 50 wanderers showed up out of thin air, almost causing a riot. Maybe an Aether core attracted the wanderers? Someone's trying to frame the wanderers, maybe? Don't spread rumors. Saw known protocore smugglers near the Silver Screen Hotel. Lead? Question mark, question mark. Investigate and report back. I was listening to Ari over Ari. Oh, Sheena, you would be delighted to know that I don't have coffee today. I have hot chocolate. And we dropping. A photo appears on the screen. Surrounded by bodyguards, a notorious protocore merchant walks into the hotel. These people are just black market mafia.
The Silver Screen Hotel. We work overtime for 2 months dealing with these protocore smugglers. After that, it's vacation time.
Wait, she's hot. Wait, she's hot. She's the one that people were like, oh, Jeremiah probably likes her. Was it Jeremiah? I think it was Jeremiah. Wait, was it Jeremiah? Someone. She is hot. I don't know about her voice, but she's hot. Her voice, I'm not that into her voice, I think. I like her. She looks really hot though. Jeremiah is Xavier's friend. Yeah, I know. I don't remember who was the one that had someone they liked. Is she hot like your chocolate? No, not hot like my chocolate. Probably like a sugar cookie hot. Oh, what the fuck just happened to my screen? Hi Joe, how you doing? Several hidden bugs and cameras fall as Simone deactivates them. She brushes off dust on her hands and casually tosses the transmitter into the corner. Damn, she's hot.
After Operation Ether Ordeal secretly started, this is our first mission together?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about her voice.
I figured we'd have chances to work together since you are also here. But things have gotten hectic with mission after mission.
I don't know. It makes her sound like a teenager. I don't know why. Simone used to be in the Unicorn's armament tech. She has the micro modification evil. And ever since she increased my hunter's firearms firing rate by 2-fold, we've gotten along well. Yeah, Lincoln's been a mess lately. I wonder when things will settle down.
At least it's nothing compared to the N109 zone.
Poison, your voice sounds like a 14-year-old. Bro, what the fuck do you mean? Oh wait, her voice is in it? Now I have to watch it. Wait, hold on. Now I have to watch it. Was she laughing? Was she laughing at me? Is that why? Stop. Actually, your laugh is cute. I won't lie, your laugh is cute. I even heard Nicola. What the fuck? Nicola told me you're cringe. Get him on here right now. I swear to God. I'm gonna fight him. It's not my fault. Poison wanted me to do it, so I did it. And I couldn't move back. I couldn't like go back. So like I couldn't go back to just blowing out the candles. So like I didn't really have a choice anymore. I regretted it as soon as I pressed sing happy birthday. She lowers her voice. Her tone is half teasing, half curious.
You even managed to get your hands on a real ether core, right?
Bro, my voice sounds like a child's. Who told you about this? Who told you? That's the first time I've heard about it. Who told you?
No one. But it does coincide with when you were away from the association and the incident in the N109 zone.
Damn, she's hot and smart. I love her.
The association launched a covert mission. Something about investigating the recent chaos in Lincoln.
I sound like I'm 17. Okay, at least I sound older than at least I sound older than Poison. You love my voice. Nah, my voice is I hate my voice. Simone trails off, but I know what she's implying. This operation is for the association's best. A few probably noticed something was unusual. The betrayal.
Relax. This is top secret stuff. There aren't even leaks, let alone whispers. I wouldn't mind catching a glimpse of this ether core to see what all the fuss is about, though. Anyway, the N109 zone whispers about an ether core, and suddenly the groups on the dark web go nuts. I thought the association wouldn't bat an eye, but then Captain Jenna showed up and dragged me into the special operations team. It feels like we stumbled into something big, and that rumor being passed around becomes a truth. I always believed the ether core existed. I just never thought there was more than one. If these smugglers have the real deal, that baby's going straight into my railgun.
I thought that's a religion for a second. I was so confused. The elevator keeps climbing, as if taking us to a rooftop that's directly under the deep space tunnel. For a second, I feel like I'm back under the N109 zone sky. What is that
Allow me to
emoticon?
jog your memory.
I did not expect his voice to be there.
From your past to your future, to even all the crimes you'll inevitably commit. After all, you and me, we're the same.
Did he turn into a wanderer that one time we were fighting? That was my question. Because he looked like... That scene was kind of like, how Sebastian from Black Butler, how he was like, turning into... He definitely did. Because it was like that one scene in Black Butler where Sebastian turned into like this demonic thing with high heels when fighting that angel. And then it just looked like he turned into an actual demon, but he was probably hot. But that's what that scene reminded me of. My memories are too fragmented and unclear. Is it because of this ether core? My hand touches my chest, the warmth pulsating like another heartbeat.
Heads up, you two. We hacked the hotel's security system. You've been whitelisted and can come and go as you please.
Why he low-key cute? Why he low-key cute? He low-key kind of cute. Andrew, the captain of data analysis, is micromanaging all intel for Operation Aether Ordeal. He's communicating via earpiece. Not Andrew.
Conference room 3909. It'll be showtime in 5 minutes.
A holographic 3D map of the hotel flickers to life before me, modules snapping into place. Simone winks. She's very proud of her latest gadget.
The moment you meet up with the target, Evo will be transmitted through your contact lenses device to alter his memories. He'll think you're the buyer he met before. You have a 30-minute window, so make it quick.
Imagine Sylus. Understood. We'll grab the items and see if there's an Aether core present.
Anyway, we can fight our way out if things go south. Are you doubting my new gadget or her evol?
Simone adjusts my dress as she equips a protofield disruptor that's shaped like an earring. Our reflections stare back at us in the glass. Simone looks stylish in her secretary attire, and I'm wearing a simple, elegant dress. I didn't think I would be an heiress again after I returned to working as a hunter. Wait, what? At least my time in the N109 zone taught me how to bluff. Wait, what? What? An heiress again? After being a hunter? Was she an heiress before? this? Wait, was she an heiress before she became a hunter? Is that what she meant? A ding announces that we arrived on the 39th floor. Simone and I exchange a look. Wait, I'm so confused. I didn't think I would be an heiress again after I returned to working as a hunter. Oh, no. It was when she was in the N109 zone and then went back to Lincoln to continue working as a hunter, I think. I think that's what she meant. I think that's what it is. Yeah, heiress. Here we are. Let's do this. I'm always scared of the screen because it never loads properly. New discovery. You know, I think Aris, ARIS, is an actual, like, company in the US.
With all this fuss, I thought I'd finally see the real deal, but these were all duds.
While we didn't get an Aether Core, the mission wasn't a waste of time. We have these modified protocores. The protocore smugglers are taken away, and Simone and I return to the Hunters Association.
Special authorization confirmed. Good job, everyone.
Good job, everyone. I miss GLaDOS.
Do your weapons or gear need to be maintained or repaired? Put them on the table. And just between you and me, Hunter's Huntin' is serving a fancy meal tonight. Don't miss out.
Just between you and me, says a robot. The little robot loudly whispers as it almost waddles to the armory with my weapon.
Simone, your gear suffered some wear and tear lately. Over 65% of it has been damaged in the past 2 weeks.
I think he's kind of hot. I think he's kind of cute, like a little bit. He's not like main story guy's cute, but like he's kind of cute for an NPC.
If she didn't help you control your evil, that number would have been higher, 70% at least.
Andrew is glued to his multi-screen setup. He's a gamer. The windows flicker to life like a digital butterfly swarm. He hot you crazy.
Look, if building a powerful weapon turns out to be a mistake, you can punish me.
Nah, but she's hot. I really like her. She's hot. It's just her voice does not fit.
Also, Lead Andrew, it's been 2 months already. Are there any signs of that Aether Core?
Lead Andrew? Why does she sound like that?
I can understand why the association hasn't told anyone about this. It can't be about saving face, no?
Alright, check this out.
Oh, Jenna's here. I wish they had a 3D model for Simone. A rolled up combat uniform lands on the table. We look up to see Jenna walking towards the control desk.
Captain, what's going on?
A weird yet familiar feeling pulls at my chest. I unfold the uniform. There lies a flat, round object I recognize.
It's a hurt knave's head.
Hurt knave's head. Well, you brought a head of a wanderer here? Simone wrinkles her nose in disgust. Without missing a beat, she snatches a pen from Andrew's desk and uses it to push the head away. She ignores the look on his face. How could they just leave a head? Where's the protocore? Jenna finishes drinking her water and tears open a package. She takes out a bead roll.
Because there was only the head. It showed up on Faye Street without anything else. The protocore must still be in its body, but who knows where that is. So, already you can see something's not right here.
Why'd you clap like that? Everyone casts their gaze on me. I slowly nod. Why me? I can sense a protocore. It's similar to the one I brought back from the no hunt zone number 7 2 months ago, but there's more to it. Is it related to the Aether Core?
Yes, we've detected a large beta protocurve on this head.
That's a new fancy term. Captain, what's a beta protocurve?
Jenna takes a moment to gather herself. She stands up and the control desk flickers a couple of times. A holographic 3D map is projected from it.
Remember that incident last month? It occurred on the 8th at 9 a.m. Lincoln Bridge's main pier disappeared from the river for 20 minutes.
I'm sorry, the entire pier? The entire pier disappeared for 20 minutes.
And on the 14th at 3 a.m., rainbow mists appeared in Goldwood City. Specifically, they materialized in 6 districts within 4 seconds of one another. Then on the 29th, an incident occurred at 4:30 p.m. An ice cream parlor in the Ring Imperial Center was flipped, and customers on the top floor were trapped in the first floor's freezer.
Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
The wanderers behind these have one thing in common. The protocurve produced by their protocores are capable of distorting space itself. We're calling this unique protocurve a beta protocurve for now.
A beta protocurve.
I won't get into the details of the analysis. However, after comparing it with the protocurve produced from the deep space tunnel region that's in the N109 zone.
This makes me wonder, am I also a wanderer if I have an Aether Core inside me?
Our current findings reveal that...
Jenna leans forward. She grips the control desk to emphasize her words.
An Aether Core is involved.
I hope we are.
Based on our observations of these wanderers, the Intel Department and Advanced Tech Labs predict we'll observe more beta protocurves in the future.
I wish we could be evil. Bro, it'd be like Baldur's Gate when the evil Dark Urge can turn into the monster and kill everyone.
That's where new Aether Cores might appear.
On the map with Lincoln City at its center, points of interest start appearing. They are potential locations, and they're everywhere. Some are even thousands of kilometers away from the city.
Everyone, it's getting dark.
It looks pretty bright outside.
Night will fall, and we all know the big guys lurking in Lincoln's shadows are about to make their move.
Imagine we could be evil, and then it would also affect the boys' lifeline. Like, Xavier would obviously go for the good part. So he'd probably die if we went evil or something. Sylus and Zayne, I feel like, could also potentially be evil. Raphael as well. Imagine, like, you just turn evil and then you get... And then Zayne and Sylus kind of take a bit to continue their evil streak. But Raphael kind of just flips a switch and suddenly becomes evil with you. But then Xavier, because he's such a good person, he kind of like dies and then he can't really, you know, reincarnate you anymore or something. Raphael would be evil, definitely. Have you read his third anecdote? Bro was unhinged? No, I haven't read it. The third one. I'll see. Maybe I'll check that out after this. Captain Jenna revealed a lot of info today. There's another Aether Core aside from the one in my heart and the one in Silas's eye. But it could be in any of these locations. And the Aether Core might be incomplete. Similar to how the one in my heart was at first. It will take some time to find that Aether Core.
Our mission goes beyond just collecting Aether Cores. We also need to investigate the shady organizations that covet them for their own goals. They're essentially a ticking time bomb.
Imagine one of the evil associations are like,
now,
we can bring
but
back
try not to
your...
alert the enemy.
We can bring back your grandma and Caleb if you know, work with us. Did you have to choose Zayne or something at the beginning, or did the story just start? The story just started. It didn't do anything. Wait, why? Does it do that?
I don't know what you went through in the N109 zone, but this operation is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't be a hero every 5 seconds. Patience is key.
After spitting out my toothpaste, I put down my toothbrush and stare at the reflection in the bathroom mirror. I unearthed some interesting info in the association's archives today. There are also a few loose ends from my time in the N109 zone that need to be addressed. I should deal with what I can handle right now, so... Yeah, because I don't remember choosing anything yesterday or today. Oh, what the fuck is this? Special operation? Thorns under the moon. Investigate the crystal shard of the monster. Zayne's branch. Wait, so I can't... Interesting. So I can't choose the other ones yet. Which is probably Xavier and Raphael. Okay, wait. Let me see. Fishman arc with new graphics. Was it this? He was a naughty kid when growing up. He would blow out other people's sea lanterns. When he was little, he had a whale whistle that guided him home. Wait, I never actually read these. He was once caught in a storm and got stranded. Luckily, someone came to his rescue. He is very impatient, especially when waiting for someone. But when have I ever made him wait for me? His home is his studio. That's right. He lives in his own. Yeah. He's bad at riding a bicycle. He's afraid to cast, but unwilling to admit it. Raphael's birthday is 5 days earlier from mine. Oh, my Japanese friend is also born March 1st. Oh wait, no, earlier. So she news is March 11th. I am 11. Do not say that on my stream. Yeah, so I have 83%. Okay, so this is where this is where I found it. So I don't have this. I don't have 1, 2, Jesus Christ. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't have 11 Raphael cards. Don't cancel me, Twitch. Yeah, I don't have a lot. Wait, so that's 83%. Xavier, how many do I have of him? 84. I don't even have that much of Xavier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was the very first one that I really wanted. 10. Okay, so 10. I still have one more. What about Zayne? I feel like I have more of Zayne's. Yeah, a little more. 87. 1, 2, 3. This was so sad. This was so sad that I was not able to get this one. I was so pissed. The Bedsaver car so early. I know, right? It was the very first one. It was crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So I don't have 7. And then for Sylus, I'm pretty sure I have 100% because yeah, he only has a little bit, so I have all of his. Oh yeah, we needed to watch Nightplumes. No, Nikki was is a little different. It's mostly dress up, which I'm pretty sure Shinu would not like. And there's no romance in it. There's no like, well, I don't think there is, at least. Okay. I'm kind of scared to actually choose this. I feel like it's gonna be horrible. Investigate the crystal shard of the monster. This is so cool! Oh, so you don't actually have to like choose. You can choose to do it or not, but you can do all of them if you want to, I think. It doesn't actually do anything to the main story. It's just like it literally just branches off. The sound of footsteps reverberates, a hollow echo upon the marble floor. Looking up, Zayne once again sees the familiar silhouette of the girl. In the quiet hospital corridor, its walls grayish blue and dimly lit by incandescent lights, only the girl stands bright and resolute. When I tell you that scared the absolute shit out of me, when I tell you that scared the absolute shit out of me, hold on, I'm gonna... Maybe I can make myself bigger for this. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That scared the absolute shit out of me because I usually play Phasmo and stuff, so breathing in my ear scares the shit out of me. Yearning to call out to her, yet incapable of making a sound, he has no choice but to quicken his pace. He runs after her. Yet at that moment, terrifying black crystals erupt from the surrounding walls.
No. Stop.
Without warning, the entire space distorts. Those sharp spikes hurtle towards the girl's throat. Panicking, she turns to face him. As their eyes meet, her lips quiver in despair, softly whispering broken, desperate words. Sounds. Zayne. Zayne. Zayne? Zayne. Inside Oxo's rehabilitation center, Zayne suddenly opens his eyes. He's in a sleeping pod, and his unfocused gaze slowly adjusts. Did you have another nightmare?
Yes.
This is so sad. This is Dawnbreaker. It is. Because if it's black crystals, it's Dawnbreaker. Rubbing his temples, he sits up. In his eyes is a reflection of my concerned expression.
Don't worry. Lying down in a large box with eyes staring at me. If I could sleep well with that happening, then you'd actually have something to worry about.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Hey, I care about you. And what else am I supposed to do? Someone hasn't gotten a good night's sleep ever since he returned from Mount Eternal. He also keeps using nightmares as an excuse. After returning from Mount Eternal 2 months ago, Zayne's health hasn't been good. It's gotten to the point where he can't sleep at all. However, he doesn't talk about what happened in the Arctic. His reoccurring nightmare is the only thing he's willingly shared with me. You still have a business trip next week. At this rate, the doctor might end up collapsing before his patients.
Even if I collapse, there will always be another doctor to take over. No matter what.
Do not say that. Do not say that. I pressed my finger against his lips as a warning. Exactly, exactly. I would have mushed his face in. No matter how many doctors there are there for other people. My doctor is right here in front of me.
All right.
His little smile.
I'll be careful and stay alive.
His little smile. That is so suspicious. His little smile. Don't let my worries be a burden on you. I think you started having nightmares after I gave you the crystal fragment from the N109 zone. Zayne takes his coat from the coat rack beside the wall. Together, we enter the corridor.
They aren't connected, so don't overthink it. It's just a coincidence. Speaking of which, there's been progress with the analysis of that crystal.
Is it related to the protocore syndrome?
At the moment, I've developed a hypothesis based on the data. I'll share the details with you once there are conclusive results.
Did you see the meme with Zayne saying how, with like this Google search of how, I think it was, I don't remember if it was cockworming or it was sex in general, but it was like, this is how Zayne would give an excuse to do this with the MC or something. And it was like this really scientific doctor response about how it's good for the body or something. It's so funny. I'll send it to you if I see it. Take your time. You should deal with your insomnia first.
Since I can't sleep, I might as well be productive with my time.
What's that supposed to mean? So it's not that the doctors can't treat themselves. They don't actually want to be treated. I ordered some milk for you. It'll be delivered to your place and should help you sleep. Also, the hypnotic music.
Are you referring to the lullaby playlist? Did you forget how old I am?
Hypnotic playlist. The hypnotic. What is in the MC's brain that would allow her to show that to him? Just hypnotize him to sleep. That's what you need to do. I'm just trying to help as a normal hunter. You don't have to listen to me, Dr. Zayne. This little smile.
Since I am your one and only doctor, I should listen to you.
We step out of the elevator and my watch begins to ring. Someone's calling me. I gesture to Zayne and then move to the side to answer it. Captain Jenna.
Hey, are you available right now? We've detected beta protocurve activity in a certain location.
Is it Oxo Hospital? After a brief explanation, Captain Jenna quickly ends the call.
Why are you frowning? Did something happen?
Also, he's wearing black, which makes me believe it's Dawnbreaker. My mission got an update. I need to check in with Captain Jenna, so I might not be able to have dinner with you. Just as I'm about to sprint to the hospital's main entrance, a pair of hands on my shoulder. Wait, what?
Don't run just yet.
Wait.
I'll drive you there.
You're free? I thought he was gonna kiss me. I thought he was gonna kiss me. I was betrayed. I was betrayed. I was betrayed. I'm actually like scared to go through this. 86 out of 99. You thought, I hoped. Upon arriving at the association, I find Alpha Team's office engulfed in silence. Only Jenna stands before the control desk. Her gaze is fixed on a few zoomed in photos that are being projected.
Perfect timing. Let's look at these together.
She waves her hand, and those photos are pushed towards me. As I approach to take a closer look, it becomes evident that the distinct figure appears in every picture. The figure is also marked with a conspicuous... Yeah. Yeah, okay, I said that right. I was like, is that how it's pronounced? Conspicuous colors, which shows traces of a beta protocurve. All of them are from the same wanderer.
Yes, including this morning. Andrew has found its traces 5 times. Beta protocurve activity was detected in every instance.
That means it's related to the Aether Core.
It could very well be carrying one, or an Aether Core fragment.
Another screen comes to view, showcasing an array of data and information, and position at the center is a blurred image of a wanderer.
This wanderer can move by distorting space, and we haven't captured a complete image of it yet.
Space. Wait. So I'm just taking a guess here.
However, the Intel department made a discovery. In areas where it did appear, many patients with protocore syndrome have fallen into a coma. Some even go into shock.
So this is just an idea. But what if Caleb is a wanderer? Like how Sylus might be? But he's a wanderer, so that's how he survived the blast, and then he's just creating chaos everywhere. I don't know how the story is going to end, like this branch. I'm pretty sure it's already explained in the branch, but what if he's the space distorting wanderer and he's just creating all these problems, and then you have to go find him? I'm also watching it for the first time. Okay, that makes me feel better. But like, what if he's one of the wanderers that we have to find and put down? And then when you actually go see them, or when they do like this thing, and then you see pictures of it, and there's traces of yellow where he is. My gaze then falls on the left side of the screen. The text reads, location, Chancia City. Chancia.
I'll be heading to Chancia City next week.
Chancia.
There are a few patients with a severe case of protocore syndrome, so they require Oxo Hospital's assistance for their treatment.
Why do you always get yourself into danger? Why do you make me worry like this?
Right now, we suspect there's a connection between these 2 incidents. We could start looking into those patients. And it just so happens that Oxo Hospital will send a medical team to Chancia City next week.
Captain, I would like to make a request. Let me join a medical team as a hunter escort to investigate the Wanderer. He wants to be the main character when it's clearly the fish.
Its own operation. Your mission is to confirm whether or not there are signs of an Aether Core. You can contact us anytime if you need help. We'll be there to offer whatever assistance we can.
Understood. I'll be careful. As I leave the association, Zayne's figure appears in the distance. He's been patiently waiting by the road. Aw, he was waiting for me this whole time? Just as I'm about to walk over, a massive bouquet of white roses suddenly appears and engulfs my vision.
Miss, I've heard so much about you. It's an honor to finally meet you in person.
I'm sorry, who the hell are you?
I'm sorry. I almost forgot that this is our first meeting. But you should have already received my business card a few days ago, along with the flowers.
Who the hell are you? The man has a gentle gaze as if to be friendly. As if, yeah. If is the key word. He extends his other hand towards me.
I'm Carter, from Xander Sciences.
Okay, hi Carter. I recall seeing a business card that had mysteriously appeared on my desk not too long ago. It was accompanied by attention-grabbing deliveries as well. Oh, those were from you.
Thanks to your efforts in apprehending those protocore merchants, Xander Sciences was able to recover a valuable batch of protocores. Many patients were saved as a result. Naturally, I wanted to express my gratitude.
She already has plans for tonight.
Zayne, my boy. My man. Throw it back at him. My hand pushes away the book. And Zayne then pulls me to the side and he moves to stand between me and Carter. Yes, yes, this is what I wanted. Upon seeing Zayne's face, Carter's expression noticeably darkens.
What a coincidence, Zayne. It's been such a long time since we last saw each other. Why don't the three of us have dinner together? My treat.
Bro, shut the F up. Go away. Go away. My gaze quickly shifts from Carter's smile to Zayne's indifferent eyes. I sort of understand what's going on. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I'm sorry, Mr. Carter. The association strictly prohibits hunters from accepting dinner invitations for work purposes. What's he gonna say?
Let's go.
Just as I'm about to turn around, the bouquet blocks my path again. Bro, shut! Go away! Do you not understand what's going on here?
Miss, I understand there are rules about not having dinner, but the flowers didn't do anything wrong, right?
Can I push him? Is there an option to push him away? This is harassment. Before I had the opportunity to decline, Zayne quickly takes the white roses. He glances at them, and then with a blank expression, he gives the roses back to Carter.
They're much appreciated. Unfortunately, there's no room for them in my car.
Please, this is what I live for.
Miss Hunter?
Oh my god. With Zayne holding my arm, I leave. Carter persistently follows us.
Actually, I'm here to give you a reminder.
Are you gonna threaten me?
The outside world isn't as safe as Lincoln. Be careful when you're traveling.
Yeah, this sounds like a threat. This sounds like a threat. You are so suspicious. You just got like 100% more suspicious. Carter is so suspicious. Why is he? What the hell? Also, it wasn't just me that did it. It was like Simone and Andrew. So why only me? He is so suspicious. I cannot. Bro, but I love that interaction. That interaction with Zayne being jealous. Oh my god. Is he gonna be mad at me now? And be like, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be mad at you. I just did not know how to work my feelings. Zayne turns the steering wheel and a car joins the stream of flowing traffic. The guy seems to know you pretty well. Are you acquainted with him? In Xander Sciences. I feel like I've heard that name from somewhere. Me.
Your colleague praised you, saying there are things only the two of you can do. I'm very curious now. Xander Sciences will provide you with the best staff, the best lab, and even the best treatment.
The person Raymond mentioned when we were at his place. That's Carter, right?
We studied under the same professor. That's it. The paths we're walking are completely different.
How much you want to bet that he's just like, in his mind, he's just like, why are you still talking about him? Why are you still saying his name? You two aren't like-minded from what I can tell. I also feel like he's a bit suspicious, a bit crazy, a bit suspicious. A little suspicious. It was obvious he didn't show up just to invite me to dinner, and I can see you're very cautious around him. Is there bad blood between you two? You can tell me about it.
It's not interesting.
I'm very interested in this. Zayne has bad blood with someone, and he's very wary of him. Isn't that interesting already? He's like, can we stop talking about this man? I don't want his name coming out of your mouth.
The fact that he gave you roses is more than enough to put me on high alert.
Ah!
But when he told you to be careful while traveling, I doubt that was a simple, friendly reminder.
Okay, so he thinks that too, because I thought that was like a threat. That sounded like a threat, honestly. Just as I'm about to tell Zayne about my trip, I think twice. I shake my head and smile. Maybe Carter was just annoyed by how we were ignoring him. That's why he tried to scare us. Zayne glances at me, a hint of amusement in his eyes. He doesn't say anything else about this topic. She's like, if I stop talking about it, then she'll stop talking about it. Oh my god! It's Grayson, the cutie pie. In the bustling... Wait, was it Grayson that liked her? Or was it... This is what I don't understand. Was it Grayson or Jeremiah that liked her? I think it was Grayson that liked Simone. I think it was Grayson. Never mind. I think it was Grayson that liked Simone. Was it Jeremiah? I thought it was Grayson that liked someone. Yeah, Simone. Oh, it was Grayson. Okay, so it was Grayson because I remember someone said that they had a crush on someone in the Hunters Association, and I think I saw online that it was Grayson, and it most likely has to be Simone because she's fucking hot. In the bustling airport lounge, Grayson is stunned. Several seconds pass before he finally blinks.
So, you're our hunter escort this time.
Why does his voice sound weird? Pleased with Grayson's expression of reaction, I can't help but imagine what expression Zayne will have when he sees me later. Watch how he doesn't show up and he's like, I'm already here, or like, oh yeah, something came up, I'm going some other day. I move closer to him and shake my plane ticket at him. What's with that expression? Do you feel relieved? Or are you even more anxious?
Do you want to know the truth?
Yes. I would like to hear you talk more because I'm not used to your voice. While Grayson's tone sounds lighthearted, a subtle tinge of concern appears in his expression.
They say the hospitals are doing an academic exchange, but in reality, we're going there to help them. Why else would they send such a large team, or even request a hunter escort for that matter?
Having Zayne fly all the way there, the situation must be pretty bad.
Actually, the main problem is with one of the patients.
Grayson lowers his voice and leans in closer. Yeah, it sounds a little unfitting for him. He looks like his voice would be a little bit higher, like a little higher pitched.
His biopsy results show that the crystals in his heart have a certain shape and structure that's different from the ones you'd see with protocore syndrome. Also, when he was admitted to the hospital, he caused a metaflux burst.
As if worried I wouldn't believe him, Grayson takes out his phone and shows me a video.
My friend who works at Chancha Hospital sent me this. All the flux stabilizers in the ER went down. It was a mess.
In the video, the sound of an alarm fills the air, and the light flickers uncontrollably. Despite the shaky and blurred footage, the chaotic nature of the scene is unmistakable. An abnormal heart, a sudden burst of metaflux. A picture begins to form in my mind. Something strangely familiar. Our home?
Thankfully, no wanderers showed up. But it's strange considering how high the fluctuation index was.
The fluctuation index only tells us the chances of a wanderer appearing. It's not guaranteed. But given the nature of the energy of fluctuation, it's weird not a single wanderer appeared. I watched the video again to search for anything I might have missed. Have a good night, Shinu. Thank you for popping by. Is the metaflux a result of the patient being exposed to that wanderer and the beta protocurve? Grayson, do you mind showing me the other documents related to this?
Sure. What would you like to see?
You shouldn't make assumptions when things are still uncertain.
He's probably pissed. He's probably pissed that I'm here because he's like, you're gonna be in danger. Is he gonna be in his nah, dang it. I thought he was gonna be in his doctor's uniform. As Grayson and I lean in, a hand suddenly appears between us. Grayson is slightly nudged to the side. Aww. I love when they be like this. Like Xavier and Jeremiah. Oh my god, I love it.
Dr. Zayne.
In one smooth motion, the hand takes the phone and turns off the screen and then places it back.
Shansha Hospital was built a long time ago. It's not uncommon for their flux stabilizers to experience malfunctions. As for the patient's biopsy results, they need to be further analyzed along with other reports. It's too early to jump to any conclusions.
Bro, I love when they get like very slightly jealous. I lock eyes with Zayne. He stands before me with one hand resting on the handle of a suitcase. Good morning, Dr. Zayne. I hold up a paper bag. Do you want a black tea or egg sandwich? You can only choose one.
I'll have the cake.
I'll have the cake. Does he know that I have cake?
Did you arrive at the airport early to buy breakfast?
When did I ever say that? I retrieve my suitcase from behind a chair and proudly present my ID as a hunter escort to Zayne. Surprise!
Mm-hmm.
Contrary to my expectations, I see no traces of astonishment in Zayne's expression. Instead, he calmly hands me a hot latte. He knew! This asshole knew!
Have you ever thought about who approved and signed your escort application and ID request?
I forgot he's a higher up in the hospital. I forgot he has like a lot of authority in the hospital, so obviously he would have to. Dang it. I really thought he was gonna be surprised, or like at least a little pissed that I'm gonna be there. That's so funny. Bro's not fooling around. He even bought me a latte. Bro literally brought me a latte. Fun fact, I do like lattes. I don't like black coffee. It's too bitter for me. Bro's not fooling around. Oh god. He really just snickered at me. The flight takes several hours, so eventually the plane lands at Chansha Airport. Boarding the shuttle sent by Chansha Hospital, the medical team immediately heads to their destination. The chief of surgery, his hair already starting to gray, exchanges pleasantries with Zayne before quickly delving into a discussion about the patient.
They're on ECMO. After the open heart surgery, adhesions began to develop. And this morning, we saw the crystals spreading. They're very close to the lungs now.
Then we'll have to perform surgery as soon as possible.
Zayne quickly flips through the patient's medical record while putting marks on the paper.
Crystal extraction is already a complex
I'm sorry, but
procedure. We're worried the patient won't be in a stable condition while under anesthesia.
I don't know if it's just a thing with 2D men, but like, if you're hot and you work as like an authoritative figure, like a police officer or like a higher up surgeon or something, and you're like
once his physical condition
talking all
allows it.
smarticle like, I feel like it's hot. But that just might be me with authority figures. Like I figured out that I might have a pattern with authority figure 2D men, and I'm just like, it's only for 2D men though. Yeah, okay, no, if you say that, then I'm definitely for sure that it's only for 2D men. A few hours later, the surgical lights are turned on in the operating room. Are we gonna see surgery Zayne? The rhythmic sounds of medical equipment reverberate, led by Zayne. Until medical staff focuses on the surgery at hand. Let me see! The observation room is filled with people, and their gazes are fixed on a large screen. On it, a pair of hands uses a scalpel to meticulously move tiny crystals. Zen. I was thinking of Mystic Messengers then.
Clear the view.
How do I... Let me do this. Please hold on. Hold on. Please hold. Fuck. Don't worry about it. I just want to look at this for a hot minute. I love this. I love this. I've been waiting for this ever since I was looking at Twitter. I absolutely love this photo of him. I absolutely love it. And yes, I did have to zoom in. I absolutely love this. He is so hot in Scrubs. I'm sorry. That's all I have for my TED Talk. Anyway, understandable. I just wanted to stare at him for a little bit. Just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. Anyway. After ensuring there's no unusual activity, I make my way back to the glass.
Dr. Zayne is brave for taking on such a risky case.
Captain Willow.
We meet again.
During my previous visit to Changsha City, we worked together. After exchanging formalities, she shows me the updated data. In a matter of seconds, the record of a wanderer's recent activity appears on my watch's built-in 3D map. I managed to traverse this entire city in 5 minutes. I've never seen a wanderer move that fast before. Captain Jenna said there are no clear images of the wanderer yet. Do you have any new leads?
We did some comparisons. Aside from the protocurves not aligning, the wanderer closely resembles Mist.
Mist? But if you look at all the data, the traits this wanderer exhibits are different from the Mists I've ever seen.
Yeah. I don't know what got into it, and how it managed to hide so well.
I'm trolling you. What if it's a person? What if it's a person that changed into a wanderer and is able to control that, like Sylus? Perhaps the Aether Core made it mutate or something. Suddenly, discussion erupts next to us. It draws my and Willow's attention to the screen. A scale-like tiny crystal is slowly being peeled away from the edge of the blood vessel.
Surgeons have some steady hands, huh?
I was gonna make a comment on this. I'm going to redact that comment. That crystal. It's exactly like the ones on the monsters in the N109 zone. Zayne must have noticed it too. Regaining my composure, I immediately look at him. Under the surgical cap, his eyes remain calm and focused. He continues the procedure until the crystal is placed into the surgical tray.
Does it look all right on the ultrasound? Yes, it came up. Any bleeding? No. Let's wrap it up.
It's so hot. I'm sorry, he's just hot. Applause erupts throughout the observation room, and relief washes over me. However, I feel a strange, unusual tremor in my chest. Something is rapidly expanding. Metaflux. The alarm from the flux stabilizer resounds through the entire operating room. Captain Will and I exchange a look and immediately get to work. She starts evacuating the spectators while I run to the intercom. Zayne, a wanderer is about to appear. You need to move.
Dr. Zayne, the patient's blood pressure is dropping.
Okay, but low-key, Grayson is kind of cute too. I'm not digging it. It's just me. Oh, he's gonna continue working. The alarm beep becomes louder. I immediately pull out my gun and aim at the area where the energy fluctuation has peaked. The faint energy fluctuation dissipates, yet the tremors I feel in my chest show no signs of subsiding. Zayne, you need to leave, or else it'll be too late.
The patient's vitals are unstable. Moving them isn't feasible right now.
Through the glass, Zayne looks up at me, his gaze as calm as ever.
Can you suppress the accumulating metaflux with your evil?
I meet Zayne's gaze that carries a subtle attempt to comfort me. My attention turns to Grayson and the others who are visibly worried. They wait for my response. I'll do my best.
Give me 5 minutes.
Okay. Zayne is definitely fulfilling my expectations of him. Of like, I will save this person whether or not I die.
Let's continue.
And by I mean him. But I still feel like he would be one of those I'll destroy the world for you type of guys if something goes wrong. Like if she dies, then I feel like that's what would happen. Who would have guessed? I still feel like he would have been like, I'll destroy the world if you get hurt by something. Using my evil on the flux stabilizers, I successfully bide the necessary time for Zayne to finish suturing. When the surgery ends, the metaflux suddenly dissipates, as if what happened earlier was an illusion. After, other medical staff will handle the follow-up procedures. I change out of my sterile suit. Just as I'm catching my breath, Zayne pulls me into the land where no one's around.
Give me your left hand. I'll do a quick evil examination.
I think Zayne would rather sacrifice himself to save her. I think he's that kind of guy. Yeah. But then, like, I feel like he would also, if in a spur of the moment anger, I feel like he would destroy the world for her. Zayne sets down a metal tray, picks up a cotton ball soaked in medicine, and begins to disinfect my hand. I'm fine. I might have overdone it, but my use of evil is better than before.
While that is how you feel, I suggest waiting for the results and listening to what your primary care physician has to say. Also,
he's still caring about me, even though he has other people in the hospital to care about. A cool sensation emanates from the palm of my hand as he holds my fingers. He applies patches to each one.
you should be well aware that the metaflux earlier wasn't something an ordinary wanderer could generate.
You knew since the beginning. You know his last name they left in as Dr. Lee.
Whose sole purpose is to protect
L.I. Lee. Don't tell me you actually believe that it is a hunter escort whose sole purpose is to protect this. Of course, you and Dr. Noah have known about the existence of Aether Cores for a while now. Straightening my posture, I start thinking. You noticed it during the surgery, right? That the crystal was very similar to the sample I gave you. I'm almost 100% sure that the Wanderer attacked his patient is related to the Aether Core. It's possible that the Aether Core made those monsters in the N109 zone transform into their current state.
Not necessarily.
The examination machine beeps. Zayne observes the fluctuating numbers displayed on the screen as he continues to speak.
The Aether Core shouldn't be what's causing the mutations. Your heart's integration with one is a perfect example. Given the extent of the mutation you've described, I'm more inclined to believe that. someone attempted to be smart, but ended up failing in the process.
Are you saying someone's responsible for the appearance of those monsters and this patient's condition?
I'm merely speculating. Don't forget, in this world, many forces covet the ether core. You haven't met all of them yet.
You're right.
All is well.
Why did you do that? Why did you touch your neck like that? The machine beeps, which indicates the end of the examination. Zayne carefully removes the patches from my hand and puts them away. In the quiet room, the second hand of the wall clock moves quietly, plucking the faint light enveloping us. I can't help but yawn. I told you I was fine. If I have to say there's a problem, then I'm feeling a little tired now.
Watching a surgery must have been boring.
Actually, not at all. It's actually my first time seeing you perform surgery. You looked cool. Taking a paper bag from the table, he settles one on the side of the couch. He grabs a sandwich and pulls it apart with his clean hands. I thought it was going to be a candy.
The hospital cafeteria is closed. We'll have to make do with what's available to us.
Did you make it? While the chaos has subsided, the persistent scent of disinfectant lingers in my nostrils. While my body is tired, my mind is still excited. I decided to direct my excess energy to the surgeon himself. Weren't you listening to me before? Someone said he'll learn to accept compliments from others.
I accept your compliment.
He's so cute. I love him. I love him so much. The sandwich bread is already flat and no longer looks appetizing. With the finesse of a seasoned chef, Zayne lifts the bread and removes the greasy bacon. He then proceeds to discard the wilted lettuce, leaving only the ham slices, red cabbage, and shredded pork that have withstood the test of time. Today will be very memorable for me. Not only did I see you perform surgery for the first time, but I had the privilege of observing Sandwich undergo surgery.
I've just removed the parts that experienced excessive nutrient loss and would have impacted digestion.
Is nutrition one of the things you research? Is there anything else Dr. Zayne can't master?
I have to admit that when it comes to accepting compliments, I'm not very good in front of you.
I feel like you're not very good at all, but I kind of had that same problem.
But I suppose there's a chance for you to teach me in person.
Looking at me with a meaningful expression, Zayne places the surgery-affected sandwich into my hand and then pulls out his phone. If you can't tell, I have been smiling this whole time. Baffled, I lean in and watch as Zayne taps on the message notification. He opens up a new medical team group chat, which was created earlier today. Grayson shared a group photo there where the medical staff, their smiles tinged with weariness, holds glass vessels that are visibly cracked. I can hear. Were these cracked by the energy I couldn't contain when I lost my target?
You overdid it, yes.
Thanks.
But the medical staff said you're the most surprising hunter they've ever seen.
Why do I feel like that's not a compliment? Embarrassed, I sheepishly laugh. I quickly shift my attention to eliminating the sandwich. Before Zayne can speak, his phone abruptly starts ringing.
Hello?
Upon hearing the voice on the other end, Zayne freezes. Surprise appears on his face. Is it Carter?
The patient woke up?
Never mind. Wait, why is he surprised that the patient woke up? Is he not supposed to wake up that? Wait. Unless the surgery was like literally 10 minutes ago. Maybe it was because of that. Maybe it was like just 10 minutes ago. He was like, How did he just already wake up? When Zayne, Grayson, and I arrive at the entrance to the ICU, a nurse approaches us.
Do you know why he regained consciousness so quickly?
Yes, okay.
We're not sure. He shouldn't have woken up already. Look at this, Dr. Zayne. All his vital signs are improving.
Zayne and Grayson change into sterile suits and enter the ward. I wait outside.
Can you hear me? Do you remember where we are? Look at my finger.
I really wasn't expecting him to save the patient when they were at death's door.
Why are you here? Why are you here? You are so creepy.
Hello. We meet again, miss.
With the sudden appearance of Carter, I cautiously step to the side. However, he greets me with a smile. He raises both of his hands. He is annoying. He's so weird.
Don't get the wrong idea. I wasn't following you.
I don't trust you.
This patient happens to be an important client of Xander Sciences. After hearing about the incident, I decided to pay him a visit.
Coincidentally, today of all days, you know, when we're here, you weren't there when he was in critical condition. I don't think he was that important to you, right? Right? If he was in critical condition, you would go visit him even if he's not out of surgery.
What do you mean?
He leans against the wall and casually looks at the glass door.
If it weren't for Xander Sciences, his fragile heart would have stopped a long time ago. What we're pursuing is far more stunning and ambitious than these petty solutions.
The fuck you mean petty solutions? Was that so? Observing my indifferent reaction, Carter furrows his brow. A hint of disappointment appears on his face.
Aren't you curious about the kind of work we're doing?
Not really. I'm curious as to why you are basically harassing me. I'm not. See? He shakes his head and his usual pretentious smile graces his face again.
It's okay. You'll be interested someday.
He's so fucking weird.
After all, only Xander Sciences can provide answers to the questions about your heart.
I'm sorry, what? How do you know about that? Frowning, I suppress the urge to ask more. I redirect my attention to the ward. How does he know about that?
Hey, Dr. Zayne wants you inside.
Thank you. Grayson hurriedly walks out and hands me a sterile suit.
Excuse me, this is the ICU. For the patient's sake, we kindly request that unrelated individuals leave.
Grayson, you have become my favorite NPC. You have become my favorite NPC of all time. I love this. I also want Dr. Zayne. Bro. Poison. 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 I cannot with you. I cannot with you. Stop. I was not expecting that. Sylus. Oh yeah, my cat was on the computer on my keyboard. I'm sorry. Having no intention of paying any more attention to Carter, I changed into sterile suit and entered the room. My cat just ran over my keyboard. I'm sorry. The man laying down on this bed has his eyes half open. His voice is weak yet infused with tangible excitement. Yeah, obviously.
I'm back. I'm back.
That is so odd sounding.
All his vital signs appear to be normal. However, under normal circumstances, a person wouldn't recover this quickly.
Yeah, normal. As Zayne talks, he directs a meaningful look at me.
More anomalies may occur. Stay on your toes.
Anomalies like, being weird ass Carter. NPC voice actors gotta work on those skills, to be honest. Low key, they kind of do. It really just feels like they're talking off script and not really talking, you know? Acknowledging his warning, I nod. I move to the bed, introduce myself, and state the purpose of my visit. I then proceed to ask questions. Davis, you said you're back. Where were you?
It trapped me. I couldn't get out. It was like a nightmare. I couldn't wake up.
I turn on my watch and pull up a picture of Mist. When you say it, do you mean this?
Yes. It was that thing. It was inside of me. But it wasn't.
Okay. Okay. Suddenly, the vital signs monitor starts beeping loudly. The man on the bed begins convulsing as if something started choking him. Metaflux. Zayne! I quickly pull out my gun and sense a more intense fluctuation. It surges and engulfs the entire room instantly.
Grayson, transfer the patient to another room and prepare for resuscitation.
Unexpectedly, a rift appears and reveals the shadowy figure of a wanderer. Moving myself to the front of the bed, I point my gun at the wanderer. However, it disappears in the blink of an eye. A second later, it materializes like a phantom in another direction. Another location.
Behind you.
Did he say hey behind you? Wait, can I hear that again?
Hey, behind you.
Oh yeah, he did say hey. When you finish this branch, tell me if you get diamonds. If you don't, I won't do it, bro. Evading its slash, I aim my gun at the center of the fluctuation. However, a tremor overwhelms my chest. I barely feel any pain. Only a dense white fog surges before me and it obscures my vision. The war dissipates as if my surroundings are transforming into another realm. The last thing I see is Zayne rushing towards me. Zayne, watch out. I'm watching it now, so why do I gotta do it? That's true, that's true. I'm probably gonna play all of them. All the branches. I can't choose between them. I won't lie, I cannot choose between them. My memory levels prove that I cannot choose between these men. But I wonder how many there are. Wait, so there's no Sylus in this, which kind of makes sense. I'm probably gonna do only Raphael and Xavier. Oh, you're gonna do Xavier too? You literally cannot. I don't know how. I have to. I can't. I feel bad if I like one more than the other. It feels as though my body is plummeting into a thick fog. The sensation of weightlessness threatens to push my heartbeat out of my chest. Amidst the chaos, I muster all my strength to find something, anything to hold on to. And after what feels like forever, my feet touch solid ground. My surroundings become much clearer. Bathed in dim, feeble light, a long corridor appears before me, and its end remains hidden in the mist. Am I at the hospital? No. I feel a faint tremor in my chest. A familiar energy fluctuation surges with the mist. It drags me somewhere. This fluctuation is from the Aether Core. I'm probably in the Wanderer's protofield. As I stand in the empty space, the sound of approaching footsteps reaches my ears. Turning around, I notice a dark figure. Is it Zayne? Yeah. An onslaught of sharp... This is the dream! An onslaught of sharp ice crystals materializes around me. They're ready to pierce my heart. The ground beneath me disappears, and I find myself falling to a sense of weightlessness again. As I float into the void, blurred lights and sounds rush past me like an avalanche. Within this boundless darkness, it's as if a pair of hands is gently lifting my tired soul. Don't die, please. I struggle to open my eyes. After feeling my steady heartbeat for several seconds, I sit up on the bed. Hola.
You're awake.
Hola. Dawnbreaker? Dawnbreaker. By the floor-to-ceiling window stands a figure wearing black clothing. He turns around. Behind him are dissipating buildings and the sunset's tender light. Zayne. The figure takes another step, his appearance nearly overlapping with the dark figure I've seen before. I move back.
How are you feeling?
After hesitating for a moment, I reach out and touch his cheek. I trace his eyebrows and the contours of his face. I recognize the features I know so well. In the silence, he remains motionless. He just looks at me. I'm fine. I think I just had a dream. What the fuck is happening? Perhaps it's the influence of the protofield that caused me to have those strange illusions. Shaking my head to clear my thoughts, I shift my focus to the room. The cracked grayish-white walls enclose a space where a sofa, holographic screen, a refrigerator, and various functional home appliances exist close proximity. I don't like this vibe. Dawnbreaker is always gloomy. He's always the angsty, gloomy one. It looks like the home of someone who struggles with living a normal life. Hint, hint,
Do you remember
wink.
what happened in the ward?
A wanderer that suddenly appeared, the tremor in my heart, and Zayne running towards me. Memories gradually find their way back to my mind. Are we still in the Wanderer's protofield?
Yes.
I was gonna say, there's no way that we're not. Dawnbreaker is the only Zayne thing I read because it's actually interesting. It is. Following Zayne's gaze, I get up from the bed and join him in looking out the window. As the final remnants of the twilight vanish, the city stands before us under a light of blue sky. Its desolation is evident. This place is rusted skeleton of its former self. And although it's faint, the energy fluctuations around us are similar to an aether core's. This Wanderer's protocore must possess an aether core's energy. But in my dream, it's as if the chill from those ice crystals still lingers in the air. I grip my arms more tightly.
You're awake now. Remember that whatever you dreamt about was only a dream.
A blanket is draped over my shoulders. I reach out, but he walks away before I can touch him. Zayne opens a refrigerator, revealing a collection of peculiar bottles with mysterious liquids and a jar half filled with chocolate. After opening the jar, he offers a few pieces to me. Their packaging unexpectedly fancy. I'm not hungry.
According to my perception of time, you've been unconscious for 2 days.
What is going on?
If you don't eat or drink something, I'm afraid you won't have the energy to find the Wanderer.
The scent of chocolate saturates the air and ignites my appetite. What if the Wanderer launches a surprise attack while we're resting? Despite my words, I find myself sinking into the worn-out couch. I unwrap the chocolates with Zayne. I look up, and my gaze falls upon a bit of vibrant green on the desk. It's a flower pot with a jasmine in it. It sticks out like a sore thumb in this desolate world. Did we go back in time to the Dawnbreaker's world? Or is this a dream, an eye to the past or something? Like, what is going on? This is definitely not the present time. This is definitely not the present time. Dawnbreaker's future? Do not do this to me. While the branches and leaves retain their green hue, the stem has already started to wither. Jasmine. But the jasmine is in every single myth, right? Because I was going to say Four Seers also has that jasmine garden. Is it normal to see Jasmine's in Wanderer's protofield?
What are you implying?
The patient who was attacked by the Wanderer fell into a nightmare. They were trapped in their own dream. In other words, the environment we're currently seeing in the protofield must also be a manifestation of someone's dream. And I don't remember ever seeing anything here. This is your dream. So, this is your dream?
Are there any comments you'd like to make about it?
Even in a world as broken as this, chocolate still exists. I expect nothing less from you.
Shouldn't you be saying something like, "Thank goodness it's Zayne's dream. We can still eat chocolate."
That you got me there. You got me there. I laughed at that. Zayne, who's wearing nothing but black clothes, appears somewhat strange. Maybe this is how he sees himself in his dreams. He sees himself as Dawnbreaker.
I have dreamt of this place.
I will read this by myself also. It took an interesting turn. I convinced you.
However, the jasmine hasn't wilted yet, and the world itself isn't in such a dilapidated state.
Is this the nightmare you've been having then? Zayne is quiet for a while, before responding in a soft voice.
Yes.
Don't be scared. Dreams are the opposite of reality. I offer the unwrapped chocolate to his lips. Try it. Who knows? Maybe the chocolate in your nightmares don't even taste like chocolate. He lowers his head and eats the chocolate.
It's carrot flavored.
What the fuck? Oh, he hates carrots. I forgot about that. He hates carrots. I forgot about that. He looks out the window again where the silhouette of a bird flies across the darkening sky.
Since dreams are the opposite of reality, perhaps I'm not a doctor in this one.
I don't think so. I think you're a very angsty 20-some-year-old. That's so interesting. Because he's also the foreseer, so he can see into the future. And if Dawnbreaker's the future, then that's what he's dreaming about. That's what his nightmare's about. That he's Dawnbreaker and that Jasmine is me. This is so interesting. I want to wait. How many are there? So hold on. I'm gonna, because I do want to see other ones. What is this? Yeah. So it does tell me that I'm in Thorns on the Moon. I do want to see other ones first, like other cars, because we wanted to look at Nightplumes yesterday. I can fucking go to the right one. Because I wanted to read Nightplumes. There we go. If it's going to load, start.
You got here just in time. Thankfully, there's nothing to worry about for now. Change its bandages every day for the next 7 days.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Have a good night, Poison. Thank you for chatting and popping by. Oh, sorry. I was looking at a text from Chris. He was talking about a One Direction member possibly committing homicide. And I got really confused. So that's why my VTuber was like probably glitching out.
It's getting late. It's also snowing, so be careful on your way home.
Yeah, he said that Liam passed away. So I think and it said that CNN said he fell from the third floor balcony. After an hour ago, I finished listening to a briefing for tomorrow's mission in another city. Just as I was about to head home, I noticed a silhouette darker than the night in front of my motorcycle. I got a closer look, only to see the silhouette belong to a frostbitten dove. Picking up the dove, I rushed over to an animal hospital. And then I found myself in a troublesome situation. I'm going out of town tomorrow for a wanderer disaster relief mission. How can I take care of you and change your bandages? That does not sound like a dove. That sounds like a dog. The dove shakes its head, and the snow falls off its wings. It looks at me without making a sound. As we stare at each other, an image of a certain bird and its owner appears in my mind. Ring, 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 banana phone.
Speak.
Sylus, you're just waking up around this time, right?
What do you mean?
In other words, can we meet up in the N109 zone? I need your help. Okay, have a good night, Poison. Thank you for chatting and popping by, hanging out. The other person in the call is silent for 2 seconds. Feeling I might have sounded too harsh, I quickly added in a question. Is that alright with you? That laugh.
Depends on whether or not you can make it in time.
What do you mean, make it in time?
There's no reason to keep someone waiting when asking for help.
What do you make it in time? Winter snow carries rain droplets that fly in the wind. I drive as fast as I can until I knock on Sylus's door. Knock, knock. That is a nice coat. Why do you look like that? Why are you blurry? Hello, I'm not late, am I? A wave of warmth washes over me and instantly fogs up my helmet's visor. Oh, is it because of the visor that he looks like that? He wipes the thumb across the visor, allowing me to see his gaze that's looking down on me. Yeah, it's clearer now. It falls onto the cardboard box in my hand.
This is what you needed help with?
Yeah, so while I was on the road... Oh. Bro. Hey, wait! Right before right before I'm about to prevent the door from closing, it stops a few centimeters before my hand. Since when did you start saying goodbye to someone who just said hello to you? As I say these words, I manage to squeeze in through the narrow gap and enter the house. I stand next to Sylus. I'm already here. The least you can do is let me finish what I have to say first.
Okay. But have you ever met someone more arrogant than you, sweetie?
Bro. He turns, his emotionless gaze fixed on me. The stalemate lasts for a moment, then he reaches for my shoulder. My back suddenly tenses, making me think he's about to grab my collar and throw me out. Instead, the door is gently closed behind me. It's as if I received tacit approval. He notices my astonishment, and his voice carries a hint of mockery as he speaks.
So, not only do you want me to listen to you, but you also want my help. What's wrong, sweetie? Can you only talk if you stand near a door?
Bro is mad sassy. The living room isn't that much brighter than that night outside. The only source of light comes from crackling electric fireplace on the wall. They're talking. Sylus is sitting on the other side of the sofa. He glances at Mephisto and as he continues to listen to me recount what happened. Either way, it barely survived. If no one takes care of the dove, it will have a short life. I think about it. This dove is a baby. It's still a baby and already has to endure a blizzard while wounded. It's so pitiful.
And?
Don't you want to help it?
Philanthropists help others out of pity. Is that how you see me?
Sylus throws a question right back at me. No matter how much I try to gain some sympathy for the dove, it won't work on someone like him. Then what if it's to help me? Now I got his attention. As soon as I stop talking, a pregnant pulse fills the room. Mephisto turns his head and gives me an inexplicable look. Why aren't you saying anything? Don't you have a bit of a report? We resonated plenty of times already. We resonated plenty of times already and had near-death experiences together.
You should have said that first. Anyway, I see. You're here to dump a dove on me.
Yes. And couldn't you have worded it more nicely? Sylus doesn't respond. He stands up from the couch and leans down to carefully pick up the dove from the box. He makes eye contact with it, but his words are directed to me.
When will you be back?
Huh?
Aren't you dumping the bird on me because you're planning to be a goody two-shoes outside Lincoln?
Or sometimes I just want to smack you upside the head, Sylus. Oh, after a week, why? Sylus ignores the confusion of my words, turning his head to glance at the clock on the wall.
I'll be waiting for you, here, Sunday, at 11 p.m.
Does that mean you're going to help me?
I thought we had a bit of rapport. Why else would I agree to care for a dove I just met?
You care for me.
But our rapport is only worth 7 days. Be even a minute late, and I'll consider it as you exceeding the time limit.
Man, he is harsh. Having found a caretaker for the little white dove, I go on a trip to a foreign country the next day. During my 6 days away from Lincoln, Sylus only sent me a few photos, taken at weird angles, and it was only if I reached out to him first. Otherwise, he's surprisingly quiet. This lack of disturbance is rare, and it actually piques my curiosity. On the day before I returned to Lincoln, I couldn't resist starting a video call with him.
What is it?
I just wanted to know if the dove was okay. I haven't seen it in a few days.
Are you worried that I've been treating it poorly?
Not really. I just miss it. He's like, you don't miss me?
It seems to be fine. It's already spending time with Mephisto.
That means you've taken good care of it. What about you? How have you been these past few days?
Why do you ask? I thought you were worried about the dove. Yet here you are, worrying about me.
It's because I'm concerned about Lincoln's safety. After all, you've been awfully quiet for a while. Who knows what evil plot you're scheming?
Well, if that's the case, how I have been is none of your concern.
I haven't seen enough yet.
But I've seen more than enough.
Rude. What?
Don't worry about it. You'll be back tomorrow anyway. See for yourself.
Bro could not be more sus.
Ciao.
Damn it. As per our agreement, I head to Sylus's house once I got off the plane. I even arrived sooner than I anticipated. Just as I'm about to knock, the door opens as soon as my hand gets near the doorknob. What's going on? The door now open seems to welcome me inside. When I wonder if I should invite myself in, a voice suddenly resounds behind me.
Long time no see.
I would have shit myself. I turn around to see a familiar face, and upon closer inspection, there's a faint bruise on her. A bruise? Sylus? Did you leave your door unlocked when you went out?
Didn't you say you'd be back today?
I looked inside the residence, which is too quiet for my liking. Where's my dove?
It flew away.
Bruh. Just as I'm about to scold him, he whistles and grabs my shoulder to turn me around. In the distance, a white creature steps on Mephisto's mechanical wing and swoops towards me. The white dove, which was barely alive a week ago, is now like a bird of prey. Before I can scream, Sylus extends a finger. The white dove jumps onto it immediately. Everything is fine, huh? Why are you always messing around?
Deceiving you is just too easy.
The little white dove perches on Sylus's fingertips. It holds its head high and puffs out its chest before keenly scanning its surroundings. Could it be that spending too much time with you can turn a good dove into a crow?
You're overestimating a crow's capabilities.
Following Sylus's gaze, I see Mephisto above the white dove circling it.
Though, it's possible for a crow to turn into a dove.
I like the symbolism here. Before I can say anything, Sylus closes the door and walks away. What are you doing?
Are you actually planning to keep the dove as a pet?
Can it be released back into the wild after a week? He stops in his tracks, then turns his head to look at me.
It could have been released a while back. I was just waiting for you.
Today is a wintry night. It reminds me of when I first found the white dove. Snowflakes fall on my coat. I brush them away and get off the back seat of Sylus's motorcycle. Nestled in my hand, the little white dove is energetic. It looks at the river view of Lincoln's downtown area in front of us. Sylus, why do we have to travel so far to release it? Oh, I know. You're worried that the dove won't be able to find its way home, huh? You can actually be considerate sometimes.
You'd rather release it into the N109 zone. I guess you don't believe it's lived a fulfilling life.
Pretend I didn't say anything. The white dove in my palm seems to understand us. It lifts its head to coo at me. But do all doves raised by you end up this sad, though? That's so sad. That seems like an insult. Sylus seems taken aback by what I said for a moment. He looks at me.
Now I'm suddenly curious about how you see me.
Are you sure you want to know? I can tell you. I think you're the ruthless, decisive, cruel, merciless leader of Anakinus. You said you were curious.
Then why would you let such a person help you care for a dove?
I don't know. Maybe I like to live on the edge. I didn't expect him to take it seriously. Then again, I've never really sat down to think about why him in particular. I just figured Sylus would be a perfect fit, so I chose him. Like you said, even a crow can turn into a dove. I kind of thought it'd work out in the end.
What are you trying to say? Mephisto doesn't understand riddles.
It's nothing. And I wasn't talking about Mephisto. This time, it's Sylus who's quiet. He appears to be shocked by what I said. I pet the little white dove, then I give it to Sylus. Since you've been taking care of it lately, I'll give you the honor of releasing it. Sylus doesn't decline. He doesn't speak either. The white dove seems to understand what's going on. It flies and lands on its finger.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Seeing me shake my head, Sylus takes his hands and throws the dove into the air.
Go.
I'm not sure if the dove understood us. It doesn't linger or look back. It flies towards the moon. And maybe it's a romantic coincidence or meaningful footnote that before the dove disappears into the night, fireworks explode into specks of neon and light up the entire sky. I turn my head to look at Sylus. There's a bit of surprise seemingly reflected in his gaze. Sylus, I've noticed that whenever you want to protect something, you always make sure you protect it well, whether it's a dove or a person. Oh,
Is
that's
it only when I'm willing?
Yeah, only when you want to do it. The fireworks' various colors reflect on the river's surface and land on Silas's hair. After a moment of silence, he speaks.
You think too highly of me.
Why does he seem so sad?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a philanthropist. A man's heart goes to where his treasure is.
I am your treasure. Silas's cold words dissolve the wind, making it difficult for me to discern what's real or not. But it's as if it doesn't matter. I don't care. After all, I'm not a dove that needs your protection.
Really? It's for the best.
Fireworks. Oh, cutscene.
What?
There's snow in your hair.
Help me.
He's so cute. In this cold weather, even crow could turn into a dove.
A crow? Try not to be the pot calling the kettle black, sweetie.
What are you drawing?
You.
I told you I'm a dove. I'm not a dove, now you're drawing a cat. Tease, retort, punch, tease. Not only do you refuse to admit you're a crow, but you also... Okay.
Do you know what you look like right now? What a smug expression.
Screw you. You still have snow in your hair. Should I help you?
What, you want to deepen our relationship?
Fuck off. Have this.
Unprompted benevolence wasn't out of the kindness of your heart. Not cold?
Stop, that's so cute. Sylus.
Come on, follow me.
That is so cute. Wait, that's it? I thought there would be more. The endings made it seem like there was gonna be more. That was cute. That was really cute. Okay. That was really cute. I love that. Okay. But I will be ending it here. Fortunately, that is all for today. We are returning to regular scheduled times. So tomorrow's Thursday, right? So tomorrow there's not going to be any stream. Probably next stream is probably going to be like, I don't even know if I'm going to do it Saturday. Probably not the weekend this time because I have Comic-Con this weekend, so we'll see. If not Saturday, then I'll just make a schedule for next week. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for popping by. I hope you guys have a great night. Bye-bye.